2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our third round coverage of the Farmers Insurance is about to kick off here in beautiful La Jolla, California. I'm Luke Elby with Rich Beam. It's great to have you with us. Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
This player currently in the top 5, but let's face it, he has got a lot of work left if he wants to try and chase down those ahead of him. They are playing some good golf. He's got room to make up.
That's a high caliber shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 140 yards.
Not a bad play, that one. 20 feet to the cup. And he's down there. You got a read?
A huge right to left swinger. Yep, that works. Nicely done.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
And over to the second we go, and it's a par 4. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here.
That one was fired out of a cannon.
He's setting up for his second shot. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Blame the caddy.
Whew. An opportunity to make a par here. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Teeing off here at the third hole.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Going with the 4-iron here.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
They caught the bunker, Henny. Is that lie okay?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Will it? Will it?
Oh, that was a beauty. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And That par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. Two great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
A bit wild on approach there.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Oh, so close. 9 feet to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
So close.
Come on, man.
Okay, let's head to the next. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Setting up in the first cut here.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Wow, what a shot. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This looks like it's going to go left.
A birdie putt awaits. That's disappointing. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? The 6th hole is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Sitting at 1 over. He's standing over his 3rd shot. Just 3 strokes back. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say. Now just 1 over par. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Ooh.
Come on, man.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Trailing by
It's
4
not
strokes. We have a par 4 on this one.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Second shot here on the 7th. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. That one's going to catch the thick stuff. This would be a great up and down. Well, this would be a great par putt if you can make this. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
I've paced it out. It's 40 feet.
Wants to use that slope from the right to his advantage. Let's try and make this one. And only drop the one shot. Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
Unbelievable.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Opting for the 6 iron. And he's safely on the green. And he's down there. You got a read?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
And from long range here.
Gotta like the look of this one. Oh, so close. Well judged. Just a short putt remaining here. And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament. The 9th is a par 5.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Not bad. This is a fairly lengthy putt here.
A big, swinging, sweeping left to righter started beautifully.
And that should secure the par on this one. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
fairway tilts significantly from left to right, so you need to hug the left-hand side. From there, uphill second shot to an overhanging lie from left to right. This is a difficult par 4 to get the distance control spot on.
Ouch. That's going to make the next shot a bit more challenging. This is his second shot. 5 shots off the pace. This one looks like it's come out a little soft out of that fairway bunker. Probably won't reach the green. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there. Sitting at 3 over. Currently in the 5th position. And a touch of frustration popping in there as the putt just missed the hole. And this one will be for bogey. He's in a share of 5th position. Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Going with the 5-wood. That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Time for the second shot at the 11th. And he needs this to save par. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Ooh. That's just about 3 feet away. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right, the rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
That is a golf shot dialed in right to the number. A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. And now moving into the top 5 as well. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Great shot. Setting up here, looking at an elevated green.
That is not proper beach attire, is it, Luke?
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. That is a touch of class from the bunker. 3 feet to go here to the hole. He's currently sharing 5th place on the leaderboard. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
I'm not sure he selected the right club here. This one looks to be coming up short. All right, let's see if he can improve on this bunker play. This would be a great up and down from this spot. This is his 4th shot.
Come on, man. It's unbelievable. Fuck. It's so, I hate it so much.
This is buckets. Beautiful shot.
And from the rough even, that was outstanding.
And he's moving down to 5 over for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. Playing from around 210 yards here.
Oops and uh-oh are never good words in this game.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And a par putt awaits him. Now 7 shots behind after that. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Opting for the 5-wood. As soon as that left the club, you knew it was going left. Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt. No harm done. Nestled it up close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
He finds himself currently in 6th place. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
And this putt to move into a tie for 5th in the standings. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s in the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
It looks like this one will move left to right.
Good effort from there.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. His round has come to a close. That is an impressive birdie. At the close of today's play, this person finds himself in 5th place.
Luke, top 5 is always a great position to be in, but I'm looking for more out of this player. I think we're going to see some good things happening.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Our final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is set to begin. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Oh, Rich, glad to see you Championship Sunday. Don't you love it when there's a trophy on the line? And our player has a chance to win one today.
In the top 5, starting the final round, so it's been a good week, but it will only be a successful week if they get the win come day's end. Lots of golf we played and some good opportunities ahead.
Let's catch up with play down on the opening hole. And let's see what he can do here today. Playing this one about 130 yards out.
Okay, clubbing down.
An opportunity for a birdie here. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one's going to go pretty significantly right to left.
Good speed. Starting to work its way towards the cup. This one's tracking all the way to the cup. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently at +3 for the event. Teeing off on the par 4 second now. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
From there? That was heroic.
Ooh, a 12-footer. Love to make a few of these today. Putting for a par here. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Going with the 8-iron here. Is this one heading into the sand? Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green. How bad is this lie in the sand, Henny?
Standing over it, and I don't even know how I would play this. This is such a tough lie.
Ah, come on.
With the third shot. And that's well played. Safely onto the putting surface. This putt about 11 feet in distance. John, have you got a read on this one?
It looks like this putt will be moving to the left.
Unfortunately, a bogey goes on the scorecard there. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
That's an awful error. Second shot here on the 5th. Well, that's step 1 complete, out of the sand, but now faced with a very big putt. Lining this putt up from a fair distance. John, what's the line on this putt?
Well, from here, it looks like the putt's going to go uphill, moving right to left.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This one is for par.
So close.
More! It's
Good
unbelievable.
chance this one, right on 6 feet.
I'm going,
this one
for
will be for
God's
double
sake.
bogey.
It's unbelievable.
Now 7 shots behind after that. And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
He hasn't managed to birdie this hole, this tournament. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. Okay, started on a good line. Now, will it come back?
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
It may be short, but it's not cute. There's a lot of break in this.
Yeah.
He's in a tie for 5th at the moment. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Downwind on this shot.
this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Pretty sure it's going to take quite a dive to the right here.
That came out with some heat on it. Here is his 4th. Oh, almost went in.
Go in, man.
This is a bogey putt coming up.
Unbelievable.
Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 6-iron here. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. A great shot here at the 8th and a chance for birdie. Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Oh, it almost go in, man.
Now after that hole.
It's crazy.
And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Second shot here on the 9th.
Don't you dare.
A relief for this player. It stayed out of the rough.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
He's hit this in the right direction. Will it get on the green? That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. This would be a great up and down. Well, that'll play.
What a shot indeed. Nicely done.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Here we are at the 10th, a par 4.
That camber's pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That's disappointing. And it looks like this one's coming straight off the cart path. Well, that was a heck of a recovery shot there. And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there. We have a par 3 on this one.
Oh, this is just a mean little par 3, isn't it? Not a big target up there green-wise. You got deep bunkers right and left. You got a 2-tier green. It's a fun, good-looking par 3. That's really hard.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, this putt is looking at to be about 23 feet.
Can he make one from long range?
He's done a nice job there.
This is a par putt. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Welcome to the par 4 12 hole.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
That'll work there. Second shot here on the 12th.
Ooh, looks like it's sailing left here.
It's a little wayward. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par.
Ah, come on, man.
Five feet coming up to the cup. He finds himself currently tied for 5th. Hole number 13 is a par 5.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely did they put the pin in the middle. But boy, I tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
This is playing long. It's uphill.
That could play. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. And he's down there. You got to read?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Come on, go in, man.
That'll ruin any putter's stats. And this one is for bogey.
It's
And down it
unbelievable.
goes.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively. That's just not going to work for him.
This is his second shot.
That was a misjudgment coming out of the sand.
That's out of that bunker, but it's found another. This would be a great up and down.
For God's sake, come on, man. It's unbelievable.
It was on a good line. Ooh.
For God's sake, it's unbelievable.
Sitting at 9 over par. A long par 4 this hole.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
This shot here near the 200-yard marker. Opting for the 4-iron here.
Ooh, yeah. This one's headed right.
Always frustrated by missing a green. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. And that's safely on the surface, but still some work left with the putter. 19 feet to the hole.
To keep the round going. This is a par save.
And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Well, I think this one's going to be going left to right.
It's unbelievable.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Ooh.
Come on, man. It's unbelievable.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Welcome to the 16th hole, the par 3.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Well, Rich, that's on the surface, but it's in 3-putt territory. It's so far away. Lining up the birdie putt here. Yeah, that's a good line, that one. Gee, it's got some good speed about it.
Oh, you did not.
Go in, man.
Now, plus 11 overall. Now at the 17th hole.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
And just getting into the shot now from a very similar location to yesterday.
Had a good result here yesterday. Hopefully conjure up some more of those good thoughts.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Handy effort, that one. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. The 18th hole is a par 5.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be.
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
That one just a bit too far offline. Setting up for his third shot. That was wonderfully done. And this putt for a final score of 78. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
Okay, starting out to the left. This one's going to swing back.
And his round will conclude with a par today.
Okay,
And as this event comes to a close, it'll be a top 10 finish for this player.
Top 10s are always good, Luke. It gives you some confidence going into the next tournament.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.